Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Macon-Bibb County Commission meeting of the Committee of the Whole. Today is Tuesday, December the 13th, and the time is now 9:05. We appreciate everyone being here today. We do have several items on the agenda, and I want to may jump around just a little bit in just a moment to get through this. But the first item of business is to do the approval of minutes from November 8th, 2022 meeting. Can I get a motion to approve? A motion by Mayor Pro Tem Clark, second by Commissioner Howell. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. I'm going to jump to item 3, which is a street light request. We have several of those, which is items A through M. At this time, I'd get permission from Commission to vote on those in blank. They're all for acceptance. So we get a motion to handle all those together. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor of that motion, please say aye. Okay, we'll handle those together. So at this time, I entertain a motion for approval for items 3A through 3M. Motion by Mayor Pro Tem Clark, second by Commissioner Howell. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Now we're going to move on to contracts for implementation and renewal. We have several people here today to give us a brief update. This is a resolution for the Macon-Bibb County Commission endorsing the Middle Georgia Robins Air Force Base Sustainability Plan and for other lawful purposes. At this time, Mayor Pro Tem Clark, you got a question?
I'd like to be added as a sponsor, please.
Yes, sir. We'll do that. And Mr. Rhodes or who, Ms. Mathis, whoever's going to speak today, Mr. Borky. All of you.
Thank you very much, Mayor, Commissioners. Very excited to be here today to talk about the sustainability plan for Robins Air Force Base. Very briefly, this plan is the successor document to the 2004 Joint Land Use Study. And that was a document which had many action items in it and required a significant investment of time and resources from the community. Macon-Bibb was one of our leading partners in that effort to implement the 2004 Joint Land Use Study. And the efforts of that we saw just a couple months ago at the Project SOAP celebration with the new solar power facility down there. The Middle Georgia community as a whole did such a good job working together in 2004 that this document goes a lot further than just looking at what a joint land use study would be and looks more broadly at mission sustainment, which is why it's a sustainability plan for Middle Georgia and Robins Air Force Base. That means looking at all the various factors that could be connected to the continuing mission of Robins Air Force Base, not only land use, but also the environment, also workforce, economic development, housing, anything that we have in Middle Georgia that is essential for supporting military families and supporting the community more broadly. Because a thriving Middle Georgia for Robins Air Force Base is also a thriving Middle Georgia for everybody else in Middle Georgia too. So this plan looking forward is going to take on a variety of planning related issues more prominently than the joint land use study of the past. It will look at issues such as housing and workforce and will give us the opportunity to go that next step deeper to make sure that we as a community are working hand in hand for the continued sustainment of the missions at Robins Air Force Base. So I will turn it over to Dan Rhodes with the 21st Century Partnership, who will talk briefly about their role with this and the connection of the plan to the Support of Military Families initiatives.
Thank you so much, Greg. Mayor, Commissioners, thank you so much, first off, for all the support in the 2004 Joint Land Use Study in actually completing the actions that were within that plan. We heard from our contractor, Stantec, that they rarely see communities that complete all the actions, and that's due to y'all's efforts in making sure that everything was completed within that plan. Look forward to executing the things within this. Primarily, it's studies, looking at things you all are interested in. Amazingly enough, Department of Defense has figured out that communities are really important to making sure that their bases are successful in their completion. And this sustainability plan certainly is a piece to making sure that we have communities that are there to support Robins Air Force Base in the future. So as with the last plan, this one will be an action plan. We'll be conducting the studies and other types of things within here to make sure that we're doing what we need to do as a community to support Robins Air Force Base into the future. You have anything?
just had. Good morning.
One.
The resolution before you today is your continued support and participation in the implementation of the plan. In the development of the plan, which took about 18 months, we had 7 different technical working groups, and Macon-Bibb County was well represented during those working groups as well as at the policy level. And asking your support to continue in the participation of implementation moving forward.
Thank you. Commissioner Lucas, you have a question?
Not a question, but just a request that all of us sign on as co-sponsors of this. This is one of those kinds of things that we all need to be, have our names on the line as supporting it, and thank you for your work.
Thank you, Commissioner Lucas. At this time, we entertain a motion for approval. Got a motion by
Second.
Commissioner Wynn, second by Commissioner Lucas. Mayor Pro Tem Clark.
I just wanted to specifically pull out a section in 12.7.1 and thank you all. Thank the 21st Century Partnership, the Middle Georgia Regional Commission for, I'm just going to read it because it's a beautiful set of sentences. That the Middle Georgia Regional, that the sustainability plan will support the creation of the proposed new National Park and Preserve unit along the Ocmulgee River, the creation of a new National Park and Preserve adjacent to or near the installation could protect lands neighboring the installation, preventing encroachment, and preserving installation operations areas and neighboring land use compatibility. Thank y'all very, very much. That means this project means the world to this community and communities all along the river, and thank y'all for acknowledging that and helping get it over the line. And a specific thanks to the 21st Century Partnership. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Clark. We do have a motion and second. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
We're going to move on to 5, which is change additions to the Code of Ordinances. We have item 5A, an ordinance to authorize the creation of a pilot program by the Office of Small Business Affairs for the utilization of local small businesses and disadvantaged businesses enterprises for mowing and lawn maintenance service in Macon-Bibb County. As my motion, can I get a second? Got a second by Mayor Pro Tem Clark. We have any questions? Mr. Wynn, you have a question?
Yes, sir. Let's see, who is going to oversee this? The Small Business Affairs is that Sharice Stevens?
It is.
Talk to me a little bit about how this is going to work, please.
This is a program that was started last year by an ordinance to cut right-of-ways. There was a specific allowance in there that they could hire any local small businesses to do the work. And so Ms. Sharice has started this program where she walks our small vendors all the way through the process from obtaining a contract through getting the grass cut and getting paid. And so this is a continuation of that. That expired when that ordinance expired. And so this is just establishing the creation of the program officially to run.
Yeah, I thought we had done this before. I mean, worked with small businesses, but this is just an official program to help them get going. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Hearing no questions, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries as well unanimously. We're going to move on to item 6A, which is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a landscape maintenance service agreement with Polk Landscaping Nursery to perform landscape maintenance services at Rose Hill Cemetery in an amount of $25,000 per cut in an as-needed basis as Evergreen and Fort Hill cemeteries for established set fees to be paid from the general fund, Parks and Beautification, contract labor services. If you'll give us a little information about that one as well.
This is just our annual contract for cemetery maintenance. Polk is going to be focusing primarily on Rose Hill. They're planning to do that 10 times a year now. And then we're going to have them use them for Evergreen and Fort Hill on an as-needed basis. The ordinance that was just voted on allowed our small vendors to cut cemeteries as well. And so they're going to rely on small vendors to cut Fort Hill and Evergreen, while Rose Hill gets the 10 cuts a year by Polk. And then if a small vendor can't do it, Polk would still be contracted to be called in to do those 2 smaller cemeteries as well.
Okay. Commissioner Lucas?
I'm happy to see Polk as on the proposal here because they do so much additional free stuff for the community, and that's great. My question centered around Riverside. What's the arrangement on Riverside? I know there was
Riverside is responsible for theirs right now. We're in the final phases of resolving that for the next grass cutting year between Macon-Bibb County and the association there. We're navigating some pending contracts on some properties along that roadway there before we can finish that. Can't get into too much detail out here, but I'll be happy to explain it to you in executive session.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? At this time, entertain a motion for approval. Got a motion by Commissioner Howell, second by Commissioner Jones. Any further questions? Hearing no questions, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries unanimously. We're going to do a site visit here shortly, but we do have a need to go into executive session. So at this time, I entertain a motion to go into executive session for consultation with the county attorney or other legal counsel to discuss pending or potential litigation, settlement claims, administrative procedures, and all those allowed by law. Can I get a motion to go into executive session? Yes.
Should have gotten that. They should have gotten that over here so that we could at least have it on the agenda. Did they not send it to our clerk?
Well, we haven't received that, but we can put it on both counters next week to get it through. Won't be a problem.
Good, because they've done an awful lot of work on that. The Board of Health has approved the slight increases. The increases had not. We haven't had any increases in those fees for years and years and years. And so this is just to kind of catch up and then put some more definite kinds of rules in place. So,
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll look for that next week. It hasn't made it to my desk. I'm not sure the attorneys have it all drafted up yet, but we'll make sure if all possible, we'll get it on for a pre-commission and commission next Tuesday night. So we can finalize that for the end of the year. We do have a motion and second concerning the going into executive session. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. We're now in executive session. We'll come back out out of executive session and then go into a brief recess while we go to our site visitations today. Yeah, you got it. We got 5 bills. Can a motion come out of executive session? Got a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. We now have executive session. We're going to discontinue this meeting for a recess for our site visit at the Macon Mall, and then we'll adjourn at the completion of that business.